All right, welcome to another deep dive. This time we're going to be looking at something that's, well, right in front of us all the time.
Intriguing.
Lenses, we use them every day, but how often do we actually stop and think about how they work?
Yeah, it's funny how something so essential to our vision can become almost invisible.
Exactly. So, we've gathered a bunch of research on lenses.
Ready to get our hands dirty?
Yep. We're going to uncover the cool science, the history, the applications, all that good stuff.
Sounds like a plan.
So, where should we begin? Oh, I know, the basics. What exactly is a lens?
At its core, a lens is a pretty simple thing. It's a curved piece of glass or plastic.
Ah, the curve. I'm sensing that's important.
It's everything. That curve is what bends light, and bending light is how lenses do their magic.
Okay, so I'm picturing a magnifying glass. You hold it up to something and it makes it look bigger.
Right. The lens is bending the light rays to make the object appear larger.
So it's not actually changing the object itself, it's just changing how we see it.
Exactly. Lenses are all about manipulating light to change our perception.
Fascinating. Now, I remember from, was it high school physics, that there are different types of lenses.
Yes. Two main ones, concave and convex.
Okay, remind me about those.
So concave lenses are thinner in the middle and thicker at the edges. Imagine like a bowl.
Got it.
This shape causes light rays to spread outwards or diverge.
So if I were holding a concave lens, the light passing through it would fan out.
Precisely. And because of that diverging light, concave lenses create what's called a virtual image.
Virtual image, is that like not a real image?
It's real in the sense that we see it, but it can't be projected onto a screen. It's like the image you see in a mirror.
Oh, I see. It appears to be behind the mirror, but it's not actually there.
Right. Our brains interpret those bent light rays as coming from a different location.
Tricky. So where do we encounter concave lenses in real life?
Well, one very common use is in eyeglasses for nearsightedness.
That's me. I've been wearing glasses since I was a kid.
So you know firsthand how concave lenses can help correct vision. If you're nearsighted, it means your eye focuses light in front of the retina instead of directly on it.
Making things blurry.
Exactly. A concave lens placed in front of the eye helps to diverge the light rays before they enter the eye.
Shifting the focal point back to where it should be?
Bingo. It's all about getting that light to land on the retina properly.
Makes sense. So concave lenses for nearsightedness. What about convex lenses?
Convex lenses. These are thicker in the middle and thinner at the edges, the opposite of concave.
Okay, so the classic magnifying glass shape.
You got it. That shape causes light rays to converge or come together at a point.
And that's what makes things appear larger, right?
Exactly. But convex lenses can also create what we call real images, which can be projected onto a screen, unlike virtual images.
Ah, so that's the difference, whether the light rays actually meet at a point or just appear to...
You've got it. It's all still about bending light,
Mm.
but the way it's bent determines the type of image formed.
Amazing how something so simple can have such a profound effect on how we see things.
Absolutely. And speaking of amazing, have you ever considered the lens you carry around with you every day?
You mean like a contact lens? Though I don't wear those.
Nope. Even more fundamental, the lens inside your eye.
Oh, right. We have our own built-in lenses.
We do. It's a natural convex lens that focuses light onto your retina.
Wow, I always took that for granted. It's like our eyes have their own mini magnifying glasses.
In a way, yes. And like
If-
any lens, it can be affected by age and other factors.
Like why some people need reading glasses.
Exactly. As we get older, the lens in our eye loses some flexibility, which makes it harder to focus on things up close.
Ah, that's why I see my parents holding their phones at arm's length.
Probably. It's called presbyopia, and reading glasses help compensate for that loss of flexibility.
So it's like giving our eyes an extra boost of focusing power.
You can say that. It's fascinating how lenses, whether natural or artificial, play such a vital role in our vision.
Totally. But it's not just about vision correction, right? Lenses have all sorts of applications.
Oh, absolutely. Lenses are everywhere. Think about photography, astronomy, microscopy.
Wow, yeah. Cameras, telescopes, microscopes. It's like lenses are the key to unlocking entire worlds.
You could say that. From capturing stunning images of distant galaxies to peering into the microscopic world of cells, lenses are essential tools for exploration and discovery.
It really makes you appreciate how something so seemingly simple can have such a profound impact on how we see and understand the world.
It's true. And that's just scratching the surface. We haven't even touched on the limitations of lenses or the exciting innovations happening in lens technology.
Oh, yeah. Like, I wear glasses, and they're great, but they definitely have their downsides.
Right. Even something as common as eyeglasses has its limitations. And then there's the whole environmental impact of manufacturing and discarding millions of eyeglasses every year.
Hmm. Yeah, I hadn't thought about that. So, while lenses have revolutionized how we see the world, they also raise some important questions about their overall impact.
Absolutely. But that's a conversation for another time. For now, let's give our listeners a chance to digest all this amazing information about lenses.
Great idea. We'll be back soon to delve deeper into the limitations and future of lens technology.
It really makes you think, doesn't it, about all the factors involved.
It does. But okay, let's shift gears a bit and talk about the future of lens technology.
Now, that's a fun topic. There are some incredible things on the horizon.
Our research mentions adjustable focus lenses.
Right. Imagine that, a single pair of glasses that could adjust for different activities.
So I could go from reading a book to driving a car without switching glasses.
That's the goal. Researchers are exploring various approaches, using things like liquid crystals.
Liquid crystals, how does that work?
Well, liquid crystals have this cool property where they can change their refractive index in response to electrical signals.
Okay, back up for a sec. Refractive index, that's basically how much a material bends light. Right.
Got it. And by tweaking that refractive index, you can essentially change the curvature of the lens.
So the lens can actually reshape itself. That's wild.
It is. It's like having a lens that can instantly morph to meet your needs.
I can see how that would be a game changer for people who wear glasses.
Absolutely. And it's not just limited to liquid crystals. There are other techniques being explored too.
Like what?
Well, there are designs that use multiple lenses that can be shifted or rotated to adjust the focus.
Wow, it sounds like lens technology is really pushing the boundaries.
It is. It makes you wonder what other innovations are just around the corner, like maybe
Eh.
lenses that can see in the dark.
Or lenses that can record what we see, like a built-in video camera.
Now, that would be something. We might not have X-ray vision just yet, but there are some really cool things happening.
Like what?
Well, there's something called light-adjustable lenses. These lenses can be customized after they're implanted in the eye.
Wait, so you could have a lens that's adjusted with light.
Exactly. It's like getting a custom tailored prescription that can evolve over time.
That's incredible. So you wouldn't need multiple surgeries or adjustments.
That's the idea. It's offering people with certain vision conditions the possibility of much sharper, clearer vision.
It's amazing how far we've come from simple magnifying glasses.
It is.
Oh.
But it's not just about vision correction, you know. Lens technology is having a huge impact in other fields, too.
Oh, right. We touched on that earlier, like in photography.
Exactly. Cameras rely on lenses to capture images, and as lens technology advances, so does our ability to take better photos.
And what about astronomy? I mean, those incredible images we see from space telescopes, that's all thanks to advanced lenses, right?
Absolutely. Telescopes use lenses and mirrors to gather and focus light from distant objects, allowing us to see things that are incredibly far away.
And the more advanced those lenses are, the further we can see, and the more we can learn about the universe.
Exactly. It's like we're constantly pushing the boundaries of our knowledge thanks to the power of lenses.
And it's not just the vastness of space, right? Lenses are also essential for exploring the microscopic world.
Oh, definitely. Microscopes use lenses to magnify tiny objects, making things visible that we could never see with the naked eye.
Like cells and bacteria and viruses.
Right. And as lens technology improves, so does our ability to understand those tiny building blocks of life.
It really makes you realize that lenses aren't just tools for seeing, they're tools for discovery.
They are. Every time we refine our lens technology, we open up new possibilities for scientific inquiry.
It's inspiring to think about all the potential that lies ahead.
It is.
Mm.
But for now, I think we've covered a lot of ground in our deep dive into lenses.
We have. We've talked about how they work, the different types, their applications, and even some of the exciting innovations on the horizon.
And we even touched on some of the limitations and broader implications of using lenses.
We did. It's been quite a journey.
It has. A journey through the fascinating world of optics and beyond.
And speaking of journeys, I think it's time to wrap up this leg of our deep dive.
Okay, sounds good.
But before we do, I want to leave our listeners with a final thought to chew on.
I always love a good thought-provoking question.
Okay, so we've seen how lenses have shaped our past and are transforming our present. But what about the future? What new frontiers might we conquer with the power of lenses?
That's a good one. What new applications will we find for lenses? What mysteries will they help us unravel?
It's exciting to think about all the possibilities. We've come a long way from those early magnifying glasses, and who knows what incredible innovations await us in the future.
One thing's for sure, The journey of discovery through lenses is far from over.
Well said. And on that note, we'd like to thank you for joining us on this illuminating exploration of lenses.
We hope you've enjoyed the journey and come away with a newfound appreciation for these seemingly simple yet incredibly powerful tools that shape our world in countless ways.
It really is amazing, to think about something as small as a lens having such a huge impact on our understanding of the world.
It is. From the vastness of space to the microscopic world.
Exactly. And the journey isn't over.
No, not at all.
New types of lenses, new materials, new applications. It's an ever-evolving field.
It really is. Makes you wonder what the future holds.
Yeah.
What will we be able to do with lenses, say, 100 years from now?
Yeah. Maybe we'll develop lenses that can see beyond the visible spectrum.
Ooh, now that would be amazing, to see the world in entirely new ways.
Right. Or what about lenses that can interact with light in ways we haven't even thought of yet?
Leading to breakthroughs in, well, who knows, maybe energy or medicine.
Imagine a lens that could capture and store solar energy.
Wow, like a tiny solar panel built right into a lens.
Or lenses that could project holograms, making the virtual world seem real.
Now that's getting a little sci-fi, but who knows? With lenses, the possibilities seem endless.
They do, but even with all these future possibilities, it all comes back to that basic principle, right?
Bending light. It's such a simple concept, but so powerful.
It really is. Well, I think we've covered a lot of ground in our deep dive into the world of lenses.
We have. From the basics to the future, we've explored it all.
We've looked at how lenses work, the different types, their applications, and everything from eyeglasses to telescopes.
Even touched on some of the ethical and environmental considerations.
It's been an incredible journey, and we want to thank all of you for joining us on this exploration.
We hope you've learned something new and maybe even gained a new appreciation for these remarkable tools that shape our world.
So next time you put on your glasses or look through a camera lens, take a moment to think about the amazing science at work.
Remember, it's all about bending light to see the world in new and exciting ways.
And on that note, we'll wrap up this deep dive. Until next time, keep exploring.